Sorry, I'm looking a bit rough. I've really been feeling it recently, but I felt compelled to let you know what's going on and why there's been no content uploaded recently. The main reason is I burnt out. I'm just so drained. The pressures of YouTube are that with the algorithm you need to be producing content. But the vids that we produce do take time. Not just to research, but to write, record and produce. But with Steve not being, by his own admission, the most technically minded person on the planet, I've been the bottleneck for all the content production and all that involves. When we originally started Paranormal Tedium back in 2019, we had ideas of what we were going to do, and then the lockdown hit, which meant nobody was doing anything. So I put all my time and effort into writing the Breakdown series. And I got 4 or 5 episodes into that before I actually started recording them. But now that that's not the case, now that there is no restrictions, life stuff gets in the way. So with that, I ran out of cash to live. Not the Patreon money that you so graciously donate to us. That only goes on Paranormal Tedium stuff. I'm talking about regular income to survive. Now, I started a business back in January 2020, and within 2 months of that starting, the whole world was in a complete lockdown, which completely buggered me up. I got absolutely no support from the government, and now I'm 2 years behind where I thought I'd be when I first started. I have been working to keep that afloat, and I've been working on a few projects, but it's gotten to the point now where I've got to start looking for a part-time job, which is not easy. On top of that, I found out earlier this year that the landlady of the house that I'm in wants to sell. So I'm having to look for somewhere to live as well. That's ongoing. So after all that's come in a short space of time, it completely wiped me out, both physically and mentally. So my head's not really been in the game. But don't worry, Paranormal Tedium's not going anywhere. We've still got stuff to produce. So with that, what's ongoing? Well, I'm currently in the process of writing the next Breakdown episode. What is that? Fucking hair. Got a little mole thing going on there. I look like a right knob. The next episode in the Breakdown series, which is being written. The problem that I have with most of my research seems to be people not getting back to me or not willing to provide information for me to be able to produce content. I've had an email exchange with a technical sales manager of a company, and we've had an email exchange, and then he's just completely ghosted me. No reply to my emails, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But I'm still writing it, I'm still working on it, so that's to come. Steve's also on with trying to come up with ideas and writing stuff. It's not his forte, but is going in and trying to get content done for us, even if it's not recording, if it's just the writing. Steve's going on with that. I don't know whether you follow us on Facebook or not, but I've bought some equipment to do some experiments with. So I've got an Xbox 360 Kinect to work on some SLS stuff, but I'm waiting for a second device of the same model number before I can run the experiments. I want to run two at the same time at 90 degrees to each other and just run some experiments with that. So I'm waiting to find one of those. There's the Spirit Box experiment that I want to do, that I mentioned in the We Need Your Help vlog, and it's come to a bit of a standstill again because people just don't seem to want to get back to me. But I'm still progressing with that, so that's probably not as close as the breakdown vid, but it's on the way. I also bought a PIR sensor for the breakdown vid, and there's some experiments that I want to run with that because of people not giving me the information or being able to provide or wanting to provide the information I need to get that video done. So there may be an experiment associated with the new breakdown vid. Got to see how it goes. And I've got 3 books on the go that I'm trying to get through for research for future vids as well. Maybe vlogs, maybe another series, which I'll talk about in a bit. So yeah, it's still ongoing. I'm just struggling a little bit. So I hope you understand. With regards to the future, because I'm hoping that there is a future for Paranormal Tedium, I need to finish the breakdown series. There was always only going to be a limited number of these breakdown episodes. There's about 4 left, with a special that I want to get done. But again, for that it's equipment and research, and some of that equipment's quite expensive, so I'm going to see what I've got to do with that. But when that series ends, that follows nicely into the 4 Skeptics series that I'm going to be looking at. That's going to be similar to the breakdown series. Well, not similar, but it's going to be in the same vein as the breakdown series. But it's going to cover a wider range of subjects other than just ghosts. So that's on the horizon, but not until the breakdown series is finished, done, and I don't have to think about that ever again. And finally, well, not finally, there's something that Steve and I are going to call the Sunday Roast, which is a traditional Sunday lunch. It's not going to be every Sunday, but Steve and I are going to be picking a subject or a site and just running through and hopefully having a bit of a giggle. And then there's more experiments to come. So that's what we're hoping to do in the future. Like I said, because of Steve's lack of technical experience, I'm struggling to get everything done and fit all the life stuff in as well. So I hope you'll be patient. I hope you understand. And I just wanted you guys to know first before I mentioned it anywhere else online. It's this past couple of months has been really difficult for me. I'm spread very thin and I need to claim some of myself back. I'm not quite sure I'm going to work that out yet, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for your continued support. There is more stuff coming, and thank you. I'll speak to you soon. Oh no, one last thing. I'm going to try and do one of these monthly. So I'm going to call it a monthly mumbling. So this is monthly mumbling number 1. And I'm going to try and do one every month just for you guys. It's not going on YouTube, it's just for you guys. So there is, just to keep you updated and let you know where we are. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, by the way, this is a mattress behind me, behind the couch here. This is just all part of the moving process. I don't know when that is yet. Hopefully soon, get that out of the way, and then normal programming can resume. All right, that's it. I've rambled on enough. We'll see you soon. Thanks.